All right, I'm sitting here with Trevor Murdoch, and this is the only time I could seem to get you, is you just got right out of a hot match just now, and you're sitting down here with me, so I appreciate your...
Hey, when you had time to shower and you're yanking me around trying to do this interview.
Yeah, well, we just want to make sure we get you on the show here and talk to you.
I appreciate it.
So, first of all, congratulations. Always ready. You entered the four-way match and won back the 10 pounds of gold. Did it feel like redemption for you to win the championship?
Of course. I did everything that I said I was going to do, Gary. I've been telling the world that I'm going to be world champion again. I'm coming after this gold. Every time I stepped into the ring, I thought of Nick Aldus, Matt Cardona, everybody that didn't pay two shits to me. That's who I was thinking, and you can see in my matches. I went out there to hurt and maim people, and it led me right back to where I wanted to be, and that's the NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
I don't want to take you back to a dark place, but how did you, I know that it was devastating when you lost the championship to Matt Cardona. Can you describe to me what goes through your brain like the day after, like you realize you're no longer the champion?
Despair is a word. Like, I don't know, man. I went to a dark place. I couldn't believe that everything I had worked for was gone and like that. And the whole world seemed to kind of turn on me. They all jumped on the Matt Cardona bandwagon. And that was another kick in the nuts. And it just seemed like the steamroll to a point where I got to a place where I just didn't care. And there's almost a certain comfort in that feeling when you don't care about anybody, except obviously my wife and children. And once I found that peace, I became angry. I became motivated. I went into a mode of just wanting to make people feel the way I was feeling. And I realized after my first match, that was what I needed to be. That's who I needed to be. Everybody was talking about Trevor after an attitude change. Everybody wanted to know what was going on with Trevor. They could care two shits when I had the world title, but as soon as I have a bad attitude, everybody wants to have a conversation. Well, if that's what you want, if you want the asshole, I'm going to give him to you. But just don't get mad when you get what you don't want.
So you don't feel like even now when you've returned back to the championship picture and you're the top of the mountain, you're still not feeling like that attitude?
It's even worse. No, Gary, it's even worse. Now I've got people calling me. I've got a target on my back. Now everybody wants to take this from me. And I'm going to stay the course. I'm going to stay the man who I am because I want to be world champion for a very long time. I have a lot of shoes to fill. Does that make any sense? But ultimately, I've got to prove it to myself and to the world that I'm the world heavyweight champion. So no, I'm not going to change anything. I'm not going to do anything different. It's kill or be killed. If you want to step in front of the train, Murdoch train, then I'm not responsible for what happens, Gary. Because at the end of the day, out of all of this horse shit, you and me talking here, Billy Corgan smashing pumpkins, the end of it all, none of it matters unless I'm world's heavyweight champion. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, yeah. I mean, does it feel different the second time?
Yes. Yes, it feels completely different. When I was world heavyweight champion the first time, I did it for my family. I did it for Harley. I did it for St. Louis. I did it for Harley's company, WLW. I did it for all the guys that I trained with, that thought about, that prayed to have that one moment at the chase for the world's heavyweight title. But this one, this time around, this one's for me alone. This is me to prove to the world and everybody that I am the world's heavyweight champion. This is my time, my opportunity. I could give two shits about anybody else. Because does anybody else really matter? I'm the world heavyweight champion. I'm the only thing that matters in this company right now. Like it or not, you know what I mean? Like, call me a dick, think I'm an asshole, I don't care. Proof's in the pudding, brother.
That's right. It's right there. Even your friends, you would seem like with Pope, and you don't seem to be seeing eye to eye right now, or he seems to be reaching out to you or has tried, and you, I don't know.
There's a phrase, I smile because I've heard it so many times, but it didn't really register till I came to the NWA and won the world heavyweight title. You can make friends or you can make money in this business. I obviously have a ton of friends, so I'm here to make money. You want to hang out and chat and talk about your babies, call me up at the house. But when it comes to the ring, I'm all about business. It's kill or be killed. You don't like what I'm doing, stay out of my way. Stay away from me. It's that simple. I'm a mind your own business kind of guy. I'm not up in anybody else's business. I'm taking care of me and me alone. Why does everybody seem to want to ask, Trevor, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Why don't you ask me, Trevor? Good job. Why ain't anybody saying, good job, Trevor? Good job. You made the right decisions. Course correction. Got you back to the world heavyweight title. Ain't nobody saying that. Why? What's wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with me, Gary. I am who I'm supposed to be right now.
So, Billy Corgan, you brought him up earlier, too. I mean, I know he was there at the end of the match.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel he was part of that disrespect you had initially after losing the title in the first time?
I wouldn't say he was a part of the disrespect. I just don't know how serious he took me. You know what I mean? Billy's given me great opportunities, but I don't think he really realized what he had on his hands until Always Ready, to be absolutely honest with you. I think that he thought this was a feel-good moment, that I could possibly, I won the world title, but maybe he just didn't believe I could carry it. I don't know. But I know now he does. I got his attention now. He's all ears for old Trevor now. It's because he can make money with me. Money's a hell of a motivator.
What do you think about guys like Nick Aldus walking around and they're talking about they're being disrespected by not getting a fair title shot and all of these things?
Nick's been disrespected. Oh, Nick carried the company for 3 years. Nick did everything right. And blah. How many pats on the back does that guy got to get? We've been doing Powerrr going on 4 years now. This company wasn't just built on his back, it was built on all our backs, collectively as a group. But Nick still feels as if he is the one and only when it comes to walking around in this locker room. Well, it makes me laugh because I'm the one that's been in his way the whole time. I'm the one that's beat him. I'm the one that's been there than a thorn in his side since I got here. I helped build this company. Not just Nick, Trevor Murdoch, NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, helped build the NWA. And when you got a guy that's constantly walking around and I deserve this and I deserve that, man, what a bitch. Just be real about it. Go out there, shut your mouth, and go get the job done. That's what I did. You didn't see me crying and whining, pissing and moaning when I lost the first time to Nick. I said, let's saddle up again. When I lost the second time, let's saddle up again. But not Nick. When I was at my weakest, at my lowest point, he stepped right over me. just to get his opportunity. It didn't take time to check on me, see how you were doing. No, he seen an opportunity like a snake he struck. Well, two can play at that game. The only reason why you're angry at me, Nick Aldus, is because I'm doing everything that you would do. But it's working for me.
Clearly, Matt Cardona is saying that he is still legitimately the world's heavyweight champion, since he never, or at least never, lost it. As soon as he's back, he's gonna want a shot at this. And how do you? What would you say to him?
I would want an opportunity if I went out and wrestled for everybody else and represented everybody else but the NWA. I would want an opportunity when I put myself at risk, when I was the champion of another company and got myself hurt and left us all hanging for a pay-per-view, one that was named after Matt. Matt likes to talk and say that I took this belt all over the country. I took it all over the United States. Who the hell did you defend it with? Who did you wrestle for the NWA World Heavyweight title? Who did you put as competition to give them a shot? Yes, Matt, you were wrestling all over the place. Good for you, thumbs up. But were you defending the world title? No. You turned it into a classic gold piece that you could wear around your waist and say, hey, look at me. But when you're the world's heavyweight champion, you have to defend this. You have to go up against the best in the world. Because then, and only then, when you beat them, you are the best in the world. Currently, that's what I am. And anybody, I put this out there now. I don't care if you're AEW, Impact, New Japan, Pro Wrestling, AAA. I don't care. If you think you can beat me to be world's heavyweight champion, I'm not hard to find. If we can make money on it, let's do it.
So I hear you saying that now, and it makes me think that, when Matt first came into the NWA, he lobbed a lot of similar criticisms at you, that he didn't think you were doing enough, or all of that.
Yeah.
Is there something about that first reign that now that you've got the opportunity again, is there something you would do different this time, do you feel like, or something you need to change?
I'm not going to sit here and lie. When you first win this world championship, you don't want to lose it. You don't want to do anything to lose it. And I went out and I defended the world championship, but I don't think I broadcasted enough to the world that I was willing to take on anybody and everybody. Now, I am telling the world, if you want a shot and you think you can take me, step up. Because if not, shut your damn mouth and realize that I'm the new world heavyweight champion, NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
That's well said. I guess, Trevor, I just don't have much else to add to that. Was there anything else you would want to say to the fans, the critics of you, the people that kind of left you behind when you lost that title? I know you've talked about that, and there are critics of you as the champion who say,
everybody's got an opinion, right? Yeah, everybody's a tough guy until you meet one, right? Yeah, that's, I to be honest with you, I listened to them the first time I won the title, and it done nothing but bad for me. Again, Gary, take this for what you want or will. I could give two shits what anybody thinks of me. I could care less, because they don't pay my bills. You pay my light bill, Gary?
I do not.
You pay my food bill for my wife and kids?
I don't.
You paying for my daughter's college education?
I'm not.
You paying for my house, my mortgage?
No, sir.
Then I could give a shit less what you think. Take that for what you will, but that's how it is. I'm taking care of me and mine. And if you don't like it, that's fine. If voice your opinion. Doesn't mean I got to listen to it.
All right. Well, Trevor, we appreciate your time, and thanks for sitting with us for a little bit here.
Yeah, you okay?
I'm all right.
We're not all sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns?
Not anymore. Not like the first time we talked.
No? All right. Have a good day, buddy.